welcome to Trenchless Technology Television. This is Jim Rush, editor of Trenchless Technology Magazine, and we're pleased to have Keith Hanks with us. He's the Trenchless Technology Person of the Year for 2010, so congratulations, Keith, first of all. Keith, can you tell us a little bit about your professional background and how you became involved with Trenchless Technology and NASTT in particular?
Yeah, I started with the City of Los Angeles about 25 years ago in the Bureau of Engineering, and came into the wastewater treatment plant design group. And after a period of time, I promoted to the Bureau of Sanitation as a sanitary engineer and stayed there for a few years and was brought back to work on the East Central Interceptor Sewer project, which was a large 11-mile long tunnel and the largest sewer in the City of Los Angeles. And that got me into the underground industry. And following the end of that design period, I moved into a design and construction group that was doing rehabilitation of some of our major sewer infrastructure. And that got me involved in the rehabilitation of non-circular large dimension sewers. And since then I've also taken on supervision of some of our rehabilitation of our smaller sewers.
Okay, and some of the non-circular pipe, I guess that led to your involvement or seeking out some new technologies. Is that how you became involved with NASTT?
It was. At the point that we were doing our East Central Interceptor Sewer, one of the purposes of that was to allow us to rehabilitate the old North Outfall Sewer, which is largely non-circular. But we didn't have any methods to do it, and so we needed to develop those. And that's been one of my focuses over the last several years, is to develop the technologies or the techniques that would allow us to get in. And in many cases, we needed to be able to slip line that non-circular sewer live because we're not able to divert the flows away from the sewer. And it's not amenable in many cases to man entry.
Okay, can you talk about some of the changes in the industry since you've been involved with NASTT? I guess it's, what, 6 years now that you've been on the board.
We have gone to the point where, for example, in what I'm doing, the ability to slip line non-circular sewers has gone from a concept that needed to be developed to a commodity. Mm-hmm. And not only do we have slip liners, but we've got wind in place and we've got man entry methods that we can use. So for us, that's a very significant change in the trenchless methodologies. We see in the cured in place liners for our smaller sewers that it's commoditized now. We've gone from the point of specially testing each material to having enough confidence in the materials that we can put a baseline property out and use that as our design basis and be very comfortable that any of the major developers or major suppliers can meet our specifications and we'll get a good product. And we see now the fiberglass reinforced materials coming onto the market with the UV cure and the VOC-free resins coming on. So there's a tremendous amount of change going on, and most of it is for the good.
Okay. Can you talk a little bit about the future of trenchless and some of the challenges and what needs to occur to kind of take that to the next level?
The trenchless industry, we're very good at talking to technical people. We can go talk to an engineer or a contractor and explain what the industry is, but most importantly, I think we're going to have to talk to the political end of the city's equation, because they need to understand what's going on. Right now, I would say that trenchless is used as a matter of cost and convenience. It's less expensive to do trenchless in many cases than it is to do open trench, and it's much more convenient in many cases than it is to dig up an entire street to rehabilitate using a trenchless method. So our choice is cost and convenience. But it's going to become important that we talk to our political leadership and move it to a point where it becomes a matter of policy and preference. Whether you're a believer or not in global warming, greenhouse gas and carbon dioxide is going to shape a lot of our future. And this industry has the ability to deliver what political leadership needs, which is a reduction in carbon footprint of construction. And so we need to be able to go and educate the political leadership of our cities and our counties, states, and the federal government, and show them what the benefits we have are as far as they are concerned for greenhouse gas and carbon dioxide reduction and elimination, so that it becomes a matter of preference and policy to use these rather than simply the cost and convenience. Because there are other things besides cost and convenience that are driving the political decisions to do things.
Okay. As far as the show is concerned, do you have any comments on that? I mean, the attendance is one of the highest ever for a non-international show, and it shows a little bit of the strength of the society as it's grown.
Oh, absolutely. This is a great show. We have, as I understood, all but one of the booths were sold before the show began, and we were 20 booths over what they were projecting in the budget, and more people than in any of our other shows, as you were saying. This is a tremendous showing for this no-dig here, and I don't know if it's partly because it's in Chicago and it's easy to get to. That might very well be the case, but in this economy, to have this kind of attendance is just phenomenal and shows the strength of this industry.
Okay. Well, thanks again for joining us, Keith, and congratulations again on being the Person of the Year, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Thanks.
All right. Thanks.